Hey football freaks, welcome back to another edition of Under Further Review with me, Mo Granada. In these segments I am talking about pretty much every football team and giving you a quick look at each team going into the 2013 season. I'll be talking about last season, the off season, my favorite picks from the draft, their positions, and can they make the playoffs. Today on my board I have the Carolina Panthers from the NFC South Division. Let's quickly look at what happened last year. They went 7-9, no playoffs. They started the season very slow and lost the majority of the games by a touchdown or less. And the offense ranked 12th, while the defense ranked 10th in the league. The offseason. Well, head coach Ron Rivera is starting 2013 in the hot seat. As if this team can't start winning some games, and the close ones, he's going to get the axe, obviously. So there's a lot of upside with the Panthers here, but the luck, factor needs to come up for them this year. So in the free agency, though, this year they picked up Chase Blackburn, safety Mike Mitchell, and wide receivers Ted Ginn and Dominic Hickson. They also grabbed a defensive tackle Starlin Tulele in the draft, who should be helping out right away and bulk up the line on the defense. But if anything here, the Panthers have to have the talent to win the games. But the biggest question is, can they start the season strong enough and pull through in the fourth quarters of crucial games? So I think that's going to be the deciding factor for them this year, and they'll try to work that out and get all the kinks figured out in the training camp. My favorite picks from the draft. The Panthers came into the draft with only 5 picks, so they didn't really have a strong draft, but my favorite picks have to go to defensive tackle Starlin Tulele from Utah and linebacker A.J. Klein from Iowa State. Utalele has it all. He's just a huge guy who has a bunch of power and can be a huge destructive force in the line and in the backfield. He comes in helping a line that already has been pretty tough so far to handle, so adding another player of his caliber like him only boosts this D-line. And there's A.J. Klein, who is a tackle machine, so he should be another beast on this defense who plays hard all the time and can handle coverage too. I'm interested to see what the rookies can do to help this already awesome group of great defensive players and a great defensive team. Positions. Quarterback. Now, I took Cam Newton in my fantasy team last year, and honestly, I thought the guy had a sophomore slump. But as I looked and I saw his numbers, they really weren't that bad. I like Cam Newton a lot, actually. I think every year he's getting better all the time. But I think the big thing for Newton is to achieve this year is to win games. He's got to win the close games. He struggled to put the team on his back and to lead his team to victory last year. So, in that regards, you can't really practice that. So he's just going to have to get done this season in the real game. So, Newton just needs to learn how to win games in clutch time. Running backs. I have had a huge problem with Carolina's backfield, and for some time now. They've had a superb amount of talent in this backfield. Jonathan Stewart, D'Angelo Williams, Mike Tolbert, and now they have a rookie, Kenjon Barner from Oregon. But now, it's just disappointing. I don't know what to really expect. Apparently, Carolina has just failed to use these guys. So now that's changing with Chizdinsky gone to Cleveland now, and I'm favoring the vet Williams to be starting this year, but if they can't get this running game going and get some pressure off of Cam Newton's legs, might be in trouble. But if they get it going, look out. Wide receivers. Steve Smith, he's a pretty scary 34-year-old man, and he just seems never to give up and to play up to his potential year in, year out. I think he's lost some speed, obviously, as he's been getting older, but this guy is a baller, and he is one of the best wide receivers on the football field today. I used to really despise this guy when I watched him early in his career, but watching him over the years now, I have nothing but great appreciation for this guy, for him, and how hard he works on the field. The man caught 73 passes last year with 1,174 yards and 4 touchdowns. So I'm hoping he can have a better statistical year in 2013. Now, Brandon LaFell is a solid number 2 guy, but he doesn't have any effect that Smith does on the field for the Panthers. So I think this will be interesting to see who gets the slot position between Ted Ginn and Dominic Hickson. I also like Greg Olsen at tight end, who's been really awesome, who's been really consistent and reliable in the passing game. Offensive line. Ryan Khalil should be back at center after suffering an injury last year. Jordan Gross has been nothing but solid at left tackle, and the big questions are at right tackle and left guard. So Brian Bell seemed just to be struggling most of last year and is starting due to depth. They're really thin at depth. So Amini Silatulu struggled as a rookie, but he can make strides in and improve. So fact is, they just didn't really do anything to help this portal line this year, which means watch and hope for Cam Newton to make even more plays on his legs and his feet and figure out what he can do, because this line won't pass protect if that's not fixed. So this needs help pronto. Defensive line. The ends are fantastic for the Panthers with Charles Johnson and Greg Hardy, who both hit double-digit sack numbers. It's the middle of the line that's a big concern. So, that's why they drafted Starling Tulele and Quan Short, who look to play immediately in this rotation, along with Juwan Edwards. So let's see how this pans out. Linebackers. Whoa. John Beeson, Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis. If these three studs stay healthy all season, I mean, they are one of the deadliest linebacking groups in the NFL. No doubt about it. They also added some really nice depth with Chase Blackburn and rookie AJ Clean. I mean, I'm going to have this eye of mine on this D, especially the linebackers, because I just expect a lot of tackles and a lot of big hits. So that's exciting to me. Secondary. Well, the secondary stinks, in my opinion. So the only guy that's really been great has been safety Charles Godfrey, who is always really dependable. Corners positions are kind of up for grabs. I mean, obviously, I don't know who's starting right now, but it's obviously been up in the air between Josh Norman, Captain Munnerlin, DJ Moore, Drayton Florence, and Josh Thomas. This is a huge concern right here, I think, because the defense needs to get this fixed, and they need these guys to make plays and start some chemistry right away. I'd be a little worried for the Panthers secondary this year. Special teams. I'm expecting to hear kicker Graham Gano and punter Brad Norton to keep their starting jobs, but I'm not sure yet. We'll only find out when the season starts. As far as returners, I think the spot goes to Ted Ginn, who's just been making some big plays in his career in the return game. Can they make the playoffs? I'm going to have to say a very hard no to the Carolina Panthers this year, but I'm going to just go on a limb right here. I'm not going to be surprised if they do somehow find a way to make it to the playoffs. I think this team is very talented, which last season proved to me they can hang with any team in the NFL. I mean, they lost close games to Tampa, to Atlanta, Seattle, Dallas, Chicago, and Kansas City last year, all by 7 or lower. So the hard part is believing that Newton can lead this team to victory in the fourth quarter, and this is why I'm siding with them not making the spot in the playoffs. They also have to play Atlanta, New Orleans, and Tampa Bay twice on their schedule, who are going to be pretty good. So the NFC is a very tight race in the South. So NFC South is up for grabs, honestly, and the Panthers do have a decent shot at grabbing that, but I just think the Saints and the Falcons are a little better than them. I'm basically making a safe pick here from last year's results. So Cam Newton just needs to prove to me that he can get it done in the fourth quarter. So if he can't get it done at crunch time, I'm obviously going with the right pick here. So, I just don't see that happening right now yet. Maybe. I'm just thinking that it'll take some time for him to develop that this season. He can probably do it this year, but he still needs some time to develop into that type of QB. So I think they need more weapons on offense, and the secondary just needs to be solid. So Panther fans, your time is coming. Just be patient this year. And with that, my football fans, ends my segment on the Carolina Panthers. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave any comments below in the box here and subscribe to my page. The next team I will be taking on will be the Who Dat Nation of the New Orleans Saints. Catch you later, football fans.